those days when we pause and take note of the special moment. It's like a birthday, a wedding, the first time a child speaks his or her first word or takes his or her first step. While milestones are important, these special days invite us to reflect on where we've been and where we are going. Graduates, I encourage you to take a few moments today to think past your first days on campus. Think past the endless assignments and think past those capstone projects and dissertations. I want you to focus today on what first fueled your passions and desire to pursue a college degree or a particular profession. Focus today on why you chose to become a teacher, an artist, a biology major, just to name a few of the professions represented among you. It is the spark from those first thoughts and desires which will maintain your success. I believe the key for continued success is to simply remember why you do the work that you do. Surely there will be some long days and challenging days ahead. On those days, reach back and remember why. We need passionate individuals who are ready to solve the pressing issues of today, to create the very best art, and to build a more just and peaceful world. And our graduate speaker today is one of those passionate individuals. Kara Brownstein is a future teacher, and it warms my heart to introduce her today as a fellow teacher. She's a 2018 graduate of our master's program in special education. Kara embodies the AU way. She's smart, she cares, and she gives back to her community. She has worked tirelessly to pursue her goal while obtaining the highest academic standards. She's maintained a 4.0 GPA while fulfilling responsibilities as a student, an assistant classroom teacher at the Washington Lab School. She's been a private tutor, and she's also a graduate assistant. When asked to describe Kara, one faculty member said, "She approaches her work with humility and respect for her students. She is a creative, lifelong learner dedicated to the profession and to becoming the best possible educator she can be." Please help me welcome our 2018 graduate student speaker, Kara Brownstein.
This past January, I was creating a lesson to teach my 6th grade students about Martin Luther King Jr. We had just had Monday off from school, a day on which I was sure that our whole class, myself included, spent the whole day lying around in our pajamas and binge-watching TV without properly acknowledging why we commemorate this important figure with a national holiday. I chose quotes from Dr. King to share with my class about judging others by the content of their character rather than by the color of their skin, and I was touched by the important conversations that ensued with my students. They talked about the fact that people still do experience unfair prejudice due to things like race and ethnicity, but they remarked that other biases exist as well. My students, all of whom have dyslexia, ADHD, or other language-based learning disabilities, shared how they had all felt discriminated against or made to feel less than because of their learning differences. They had been treated unfairly because they couldn't read as well or as fast, understand directions, think of the right words, or sit still at their desk. But here, I've learned that many children who have failed at school simply failed to learn the way that they were taught. As teachers, it's our job to discover our students' hidden talents and gifts. Which brings me to another important quote by Dr. King. "The function of education is to teach one to think intensively and to think critically. Intelligence plus character. That is the goal of true education." Our experience at American has fulfilled this goal. In my master's program for special education, I've been pushed to think more creatively than I ever have. I've been introduced to new innovative strategies to teach to my students' unique strengths and challenges. I've been surrounded by incredible classmates who share the same passions that I do, and by professors who are dedicated to sending fully prepared teachers out into the world. Most importantly, this program gave me the opportunity to spend the last year teaching at the Lab School of Washington, an amazing school devoted to supporting and educating students with learning differences. These students might not be the fastest readers or the quickest to think of the right words or the best at sitting still at their desks, but they are the smartest, funniest, most interesting, and good-hearted kids I've ever met. They've taught me to always be open to new perspectives and different ways of understanding the world. They remind us that everyone has been the different one at some point or another, but that everyone deserves to be treated with respect. I feel more hopeful about our collective future, knowing that they will one day grow up to be our leaders, just as I feel hopeful looking out at all the leaders in this room right now. So to all those graduating today, American has taught us to think intensively and to think critically. We've been surrounded by professors and classmates who are filled with both intelligence and character. On this Mother's Day, I would be remiss not to mention the woman who serves as the foundation of my own character. Mom, thank you for teaching me what it means to be strong and independent and to work for what I know is right. Finally, I'm proud to look at all of the graduates in this room and know that we are prepared to take on whatever life has in store for us. I hope that we can all remember to keep our eyes and our hearts open to new perspectives, as my students have helped me to do. We are critical thinkers, fervent learners, and determined individuals, equipped with all that AU has offered us. So with that, congratulations to the class of 2018.
Kara, thank you. Thank you very much. I am honored to join with the university community, parents, family, and friends in recognizing a very distinguished guest and friend. University Provost Scott Bass will assist in conferring the honorary degree.
In granting honorary degrees, the university recognizes distinguished individuals whose life work represents the values, knowledge, and accomplishments that are embodied in the mission of this institution. Today, we honor a world-renowned immunologist who has made substantial contributions to HIV/AIDS research and other immunodeficiencies, both as a scientist and as a medical researcher. Dean Leff and Dean Holcomb McCoy will join the presentation of this degree. The University Marshal will escort Dr. Anthony S. Fauci to the podium to receive the degree Doctor of Science. Dr. Anthony Fauci, you advanced the frontiers of medical science and transformed that research into life-saving work through your career in public service. As a pioneering immunologist, you were appointed the director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases at the National Institutes of Health in 1984, a position that you've held for nearly 3 decades. During this time, 6 United States presidents, countless global health advocates, and experts across the world have sought your counsel and your insight into infectious diseases. You have faced dire global health threats with a keen understanding and a steadfast commitment to the life-saving potential of research. Your tenure at NIAID, you have powered the global